216 pounds, 216.2. That's today's magic number, which is pretty good. That's 20.8 pounds down. And now we are getting into what I really weigh. So the body has normalized since my blowout on Saturday, and it is 16.2. To give an example, last Saturday morning, which is where I think Friday, Saturday mornings are where it's the true weight. Last Saturday morning, it was 216.6. So I'm already down 0.4, which makes sense because that would give me roughly about, see what happens on Saturday, but about a pound a week, which I was looking at the charts, and right now I'm tracking about anywhere between 5 to 6 pounds per month and about a pound per week. So that's exactly where, I wanted it to be at minimum. I'd love to have it more. The only thing is I'm just not prepared to do the self-discipline and the self-sacrifice and the, what do you call it? Man, there's a word for it. It means, it escapes me, but basically it means putting all this pressure on yourself and depriving yourself and torture. That's the word I was looking for. I don't want to torture myself to lose more weight. I've got a thing going, could be faster, would want it to be faster, but I don't want to torture myself. On tap today, I still have some tenderness in my left Achilles on the side, so I'm going to do a third bike ride in a row. And I'm up really early this morning because I have this one account I'm working on, been doing it for a long time, and it's going to be the death of me. And all I do is dream even about it, finding this person for them. I'm a recruiter. So anyway, off to do my bike ride. Today was a record bike ride, about 33K, and I averaged just over, I think, 28.2 kilometers per hour, which is respectable. Considering I started at probably 22, 23 kilometers an hour, and that 30 kilometers is a really good average. Good cyclists usually average 30 on typical rides. To do 28 is a major win for me. And if you noticed on the video that I put together of my rides, normally I have more video of me riding and stuff, but I was doing so well and I didn't want to slow down and affect my time on the bike because I had this inclination. I figured I could have my best ride this year in a long time, and 28 kilometers an hour, I am good with that. Now, it's a great way to start the day. Let's end it the same way. All right. This must be the end of the evening. My voice has got that hoarse, raspy sort of voice to it from talking all day and exercising. You can see behind me, Pig and Whistle. I went with the orange today. It was an interesting day of eating. I would call today's day of eating, Dad made food today for us. Dad's home with the kids. Something along those sort of lines is What's for dinner, Dad? And why do you ask? Why would it be what's for dinner, Dad? Well, for breakfast, the first thing I grabbed out of the fridge was some rice pudding. It's kind of, what do you want for breakfast? I'll have some dessert, the rice pudding, with an egg McMuffin. So there's kind of a dad, mom. So there's some healthiness there. And then for lunch, I went with it's hard for me even to say it. The first thing I went with, because I was going, I'm counting calories. Calories are what matter. So I had bought some 3-berry pie at Costco and took a little sliver of that, put some ice cream. So for lunch, I had 3-berry pie from Costco, which was blueberry, strawberry, and I think cranberry, with some ice cream on top. So that's what I had for lunch. And then after I had my lunch, I figured, well, you know what? I should maybe have some, that's dad lunch. Now let's have some mom lunch. So I had some Montreal smoked meat sandwiches, you know, and wontons. So I think that was quite a combination. Pie, sandwich, wonton soup. And then for dinner, it was a mom dinner. And then it was pot roast, mashed potatoes, and asparagus. But then when I get to the snacking, this is what killed me again today. What killed me the most is I went to Costco yesterday and we picked up these popsicles. And they're kind of a cross between a popsicle and ice cream, and they're 45 calories each. So like, oh man, those look really good for 45 calories. Let's do it. And they are. They're awesome for 45 calories. If you stop at 1, and maybe even if you stop at 2, and maybe even if you stop at 3, 45 calories, 3 of them, that's no big deal. It's like 130, 140 calories. But when you start mindlessly going, and by the time you've had 7, now you're starting to go, hey, 45 calories sure add up. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I had 7 of them. So yeah, another one of the dad sort of meals. And then I had just a handful of peanuts. So my day to day, if I add up all these calories, was probably one of my biggest days for eating wise. 2,266. Now, I use MyFitnessPal, which is an app that you put in your weight or what you ate, and then you put in your exercise. So I did do, what was it, about an hour and 10 minutes on the bike. And then at the end of the day, you click complete, and it tells you what your weight should be in 5 weeks. So it says, based on what I ate, my weight in 5 weeks would be 205 pounds. So I'm 216 now. The app is totally wrong. It's probably made for a 30-year-old because the numbers are correct if you're 30. But it's been telling me that I'm going to be 205 pounds for probably the last 3 months. So it's still telling me 205. Anyway, it was, what can I say? Yeah, I didn't go crazy. I stopped eating at, well, I don't know, 7 o'clock. So I didn't eat anything beyond that. But yeah, it was like, man, Dad's making food today. The other thing that I did tonight that was kind of cool is my daughter has created a little business called The Win Journal. And it's a book. You can get the book or you can get the app. And it's basically a book that you write down your daily wins. And, you know, it's, I guess the idea is that we never really recognize all the good that goes on in our lives. And we're always looking at the glass is half empty, not half full. And there's all these little wins along the way that, you know, if you recognize them, you'll see life isn't so bad. So anyway, she did her first live, I guess, webcast, something through Facebook, and she called it Face Your Fears. And people came on who were, you know, maybe afraid to talk to other people or had a little business, wanted to get it out, or they had an idea of something that they weren't sure about and a little nervous if, if people would make fun of it or whatever. So anyway, it was good. It was, and but it got me thinking about maybe Living Pain having a drink your beers. On a Saturday, of course, I've got to take this from doing good. My daughter takes technology to do good, and I'm going to take it to do debauchery, fun, who knows, maybe there's not so good that'll come out of it. But my idea is, wouldn't it be cool to do a Living Pain episode at the Pig and Whistle on a Saturday, kind of on this Facebook Live stuff where we could all just kind of have beers wherever we are and just chat and have chats over Facebook. And I think that I've got to talk to Alyssa about what technologies and stuff she had, but I thought that would be pretty cool. Have a Saturday drink your beers with Living Pain. I think that could be fun. Anyway, made it through today. Big win, talking about wins, 216 point, what was it, 8 pounds? No, 0.2 pounds. Yeah, so I'm almost 21 pounds down. And then I had some great wins. Dad made food all day today. And I didn't eat past 7. Got to figure out something else there. Anyway, have a good one. Living Pain, over and out. See you tomorrow.